Hey, what's up, guys? Jake here getting back in some Fruit of Grisaia. We're in some kind of black void, and Yuji's learning that they call it a rose garden, but there's no roses in winter. So let's get going. Based on the map, this is definitely the right spot, and there's even a white arch that seems appropriate. But from what I can see, there aren't any roses in flower. Maybe the garden's still a work in progress, or perhaps they're cutting the buds during the summer. I lied about winter, it is summer.
Well, it's not like I came to see roses in the first place, so like, whatever.
But then we emerged into this... What the fuck? Didn't we just see her? Did we just follow her? Okay, fine, whatever.
Well, that was a surprise, and in fact still is a surprise because it's still happening.
I wasn't expecting anyone else to be here. No, more importantly,
What the heck is she doing?
napping? On some kind of... cat? I approached silently and touched Makina's neck in the area of her carotid artery. Really, you think she's dead?
Well, she's got a pulse.
You couldn't just look at her and see if she was breathing, you fucking freak? On close inspection, she's breathing quietly, so I guess the wicked stepmother, Amane in this case, didn't feed her a poisoned apple. Oh, how appropriate, look at that. Oh hey, that's the first fruit of the game! Go team! Fruit, we made it to the name of the game.
She's sleeping? Wait, what the fuck is this thing? A cat, I think.
A large cat is serving as the soundly sleeping Makina's pillow. I'd taken it for a stuffed animal at first glance. Sure looks like a fluffy toy, because fluffy toys are designed to look like animals. But when I draw close, the stubby ears buried in its fur twitch like miniature radar antennas. My next question, why sleep out here, soon resolves itself.
Oh, I see. It's definitely nice and cool in here, although that wind tunnel does make it very difficult to sleep.
Cats are knowledgeable about cool places. That's why they call them cool cats, or so they used to say. Why did they stop saying that? As for Makina, I suspect she was wandering around by herself as per usual, then grew exhausted and collapsed into sudden sleep on the spot. I watched the partially gnawed apple on Makina's chest rise and fall with her breathing.
She fell asleep in the middle of eating, just like a baby.
Wow, a fucking roasting her, dude. I noticed that Makina's mouth is half open and dripping transparent drool. Well, that's better than, like, you know, yellow drool, I guess. Not to mention, her hair's a scruffy mess. The ribbon on her uniform is crooked, and she's wearing different socks on her left and right leg. What's with this girl? As I look down upon her, Makina suddenly snuffles noisily. Oh, how cute, I guess? Whatever. How something.
What a weirdo!
It's been a while since the last time I laughed at a woman's sleeping face. I guess we laugh at men's sleeping faces all the time. Even as I'm filled with desire to keep watching, discomfort at the peaceful atmosphere of this place also wells within me, also the knowledge that this is the creepiest thing I've done like the last 10 minutes. Hello, cat. At that moment, I sense someone watching me and look over to find Makina's pillow cat has woken and is staring up at me in surprise. Well said, cat.
Sorry to bother you. You go back to sleep, please.
Okay, anyways. I'll leave them taking care to avoid making noise and sit down under a tree a little ways away.
Mew!
Wandering around as she pleases, then falling asleep in the nearest cool place when she gets tired. I see. She certainly does remind you of a cat.
I'm envious.
That's not sarcasm or anything. I'm genuinely envious of Makina. I'm sure she brings that little pocket of naturally peaceful space with her wherever she goes. I think that's something worth envying. It's probably precious to her as well. Which might well be why she doesn't want to step outside the sanctuary of a school when she can avoid it. Inside this sanctuary that would crumble in a moment without the protection of others. I wonder if the day will come when I too can sleep in that utterly defenseless way. As opposed to Yuji's very defensive sleeping posture, I suppose.
Huh?
Turning towards the sound, I noticed the fat white cat from before appearing in the direction of the thicket I just left. Wrestling its way through the foliage on stubby legs. Okay, that's mean. It stops suddenly when it spots me sitting under the shade of my tree. Going at me with sleepy-looking eyes, it lets out a single disgruntled meow. Jesus, calm it down, Mr. Cat.
Sorry, my bad.
After getting suddenly awoken in the middle of a pleasant nap, it's only natural. If I were pulled out of bed on a Sunday morning by some pushy religious solicitors, I'm sure I'd make a similar face. Although the fat cat doesn't seem to have accepted my apology, he snuffles roughly and lumbers away from this place. As I'm watching the cat's dignified exit, the bushes start to rustle again. Oh, hey, what's up, dude? Good morning. Welcome to, I don't know, over here, I guess. Wow, that was a big fucking yawn. I hear the sound of a dim-witted creature awakening and lazily stretching out its body. Don't know why we had to be mean. She seems like a nice lady. When I take a look, Makina's crouched on the ground on all fours, bending her back. Okay, that's a little weird. She really is a cat in human form. Makina opens her mouth, holds down a yawn, and rubs roughly at the tears spilling out of the corner of her eyes. After a restless look around the area, she draws herself up off the ground. It's not like I'm doing anything I need to be ashamed of, but before I realize that I've hidden myself from her. That's not creepy, that's fine. Great line reading, you really nailed it that time. After standing stock still for a moment, Makina takes a bite from the apple in her hand and wanders off briskly.
And where's she off to now?
It doesn't look like she's got any particular destination in mind. Driven by an interest I find difficult to pin down, I decide to quietly follow Makina. Well, great, that's not creepy. There's no regularity I can fucking read to Makina's actions. Just when I think she's walking straight towards something, she'll come to a sudden stop, look around restlessly, and head off in a different direction. She's trying to evade pursuers. It doesn't seem like she's lost or anything, so I suppose she's just moving wherever her whims take her. It makes it incredibly troublesome for me to tail her. Hey, I have an interesting idea. Just don't. Just don't. We don't have to do that. We could just do something else, you know? Not that it'd be a serious problem if she noticed me. It would be. She'd think you're very creepy. But if I awkwardly call out to her now, I have the feeling she'll just run off again. I skillfully hide my presence and continue shadowing her movements. Tailing a girl without her knowledge, objectively speaking, I guess this would be stalking. Also, regularly speaking, that's just what stalking is. Just I'm finally starting to get fed up with following Makina's directionless rambling. Yeah, wow, how inconsiderate of her. Which resembles the random staggering of a sleepwalker more than anything else. The rare wandering monster in question comes to a halt. What is this music? Why is this happening now? Her resting place is an area on the outskirts of the school courtyard in front of an artificial cement pond. It's just a pond, actually, of uncertain purpose. It has fish, it's a pond. Ponds don't have a purpose, they just are. Makina totters her way up to the pond, thrusts her hand in the pocket of her skirt to retrieve some half-eaten white bread, and starts tearing off chunks to throw into the water. Why are we so confused by this? People feed fish. Every time Makina's small hand hurls a bit of bread into the pond, a loud splashing sound resonates from the surface of the water. Apparently there are fish being kept in the pond, and she's feeding them. Excellent analysis. Okay, look at that. It's creepy now. We managed to make it creepy. Good work, everyone. I'm proud of us.
She fattening them up to eat.
What?
Clawfish.
Oh, like a lobster boy. Makina looks around the area rapidly, grabs a short tree branch living nearby, then leans over the depths of the pond and begins poking into the water. Do we not like crawfish? Although I was puzzled there for a moment, it seems like she's trying to capture a crawfish she spotted in the pond. Why is this part in English? I'm so confused by this. Yeah, fucking get him, though. This looks risky. Given her character, it's obvious she'll be taking a face-first dive into the pond very soon if I just sit here. I approach Makina from behind and call out to her. Great plan.
Hey, watch out or you'll fall into that pond!
Which is what startles her and gets her to fall into the pond. 3, 2, 1. Oh no, I wonder what's gonna happen. Who could have guessed? Oh, I guess I shouldn't have called out to her out of nowhere. Makina's hand slips off the ground in a stereotypical slapstick pratfall.
Whoopsies!
Swiftly reaching out to the floundering Makina, I firmly seize the collar of her school uniform and pull her back to safety. Thank God, that was a close one. Dangled by the nape of her neck like a kitten, Makina lets out a feline cry.
You're light! Are you even 40 kilos?
There isn't any difference in weight from the backpack I'm always carrying. Given this weight and size, I could lug her a good 25 kilometers in a single day. That's not a weird thing to think. Cool. Drop her in the pond. Fucking do it.
Oh, sorry.
Well said. Yeah, it is. It's weird. It's also weird that I followed you around all day, but let's not talk about that.
I wasn't planning to call out to you, just watch you from the bushes. But it's better than letting you fall into the pond, isn't it?
Here's the thing. She probably wouldn't have fallen into that pond if we didn't spook her into the pond, you know what I mean?
No need to thank me. I didn't do anything. I actually made things worse. I just did the natural thing given the circumstances.
Look at me shamelessly doing this life-saving hero number. That's not what happened, despite being in large part responsible for the problem in the first place. That's closer to reality. I might have the makings of an American politician. Madden gives a quick bow of thanks, and without another word starts to run away from me yet again.
Hey, hold it! Where do you think you're going? I didn't follow you all day for nothing! Don't give me Why are you running away from me?
Oh, is it because I was following you all day? That can't be correct. Yeah, she's just leaving. Like, she doesn't need to hang out with you. When she asks me point blank, it's not like I have any particular justification for detaining her here. That said, it's kind of unpleasant to be avoided this blatantly. At the very least, if there's a reason she's doing this, I want to know about it.
I think I asked this before, but are you scared of me?
Cool.
If there's some reason you're avoiding me, how about telling me? If possible, I'd like to address it.
Again with the silent treatment. Deciding to pursue the conversation more patiently, I squat down to match my line of sight with Machina's. You know, in a very patronizing way.
Do you remember my name?
Hey, look, we're friends now.
That's right. Yuji's fine.
She's small, she's not 5. It can't be more embarrassing than what's just happened.
Okay then, call me what you want.
No, not that. Okay, I changed my mind, not that. Anything other than those things.
Oni...
I have to say, being called her big brother is a bit embarrassing on my end, but...
Well, fuck it, alright, I guess this is that kind of game, huh? Huh?
When I turn around in response to the splashing sounds coming from the pond behind me, there are a number of fish gathered at the surface of the water, flapping their mouths in a demand for more food. Seems they've come to expect a handout when people stand near the pond.
Machina, you still have breadcrumbs left?
Cool. I'm gonna thrust her hand into her skirt pocket and rummages through its contents. What's happening? Do you have bread or not? This seems like a simple yes-no kind of quiz. As she talks, she pulls things out of her pockets one after the other. How big are these fucking pockets? The item that emerges are mostly sweets like candy, chocolate, and chewing gum, along with an erratic selection of tools like nail clippers, rubber bands, and glue sticks. You just carry glue sticks? I guess that's responsible. What if you need to glue something in a hurry? Although I've heard that women's purses are connected to the 4th dimension, this girl's pockets seem to be connected to a garbage dump. Machina carelessly rains down rubbish that emerges on the ground around her.
One after the other. What is this?
I pick up a plastic container shaped like a large film canister. There's a label pasted on the side filled with numbers and symbols of uncertain meaning. What are you talking about? Who is this creature?
I'm not gonna steal it or anything. Here, just fucking take it. I just touched it. I don't know why.
When I hold out the case for him, I'm gonna snatch it back instantly. Oh, now I'm gonna fucking eat him right now. Fucking hand him over, girl. It's eating time.
I'm not gonna sneak bites of other people's food at my age. I'm like 30.
Wow. Oversized woman! Why do we keep doing this? Don't be mean! She's nice! And she's not large! She's regular sized!
Amane, huh?
I don't know, because apparently this game thinks she's incredibly large.
I didn't. Just saying the first name that popped into my head when you said large. It really was her, huh? I guess she's got a surprisingly gluttonous side. That must be why she's so big.
Wow. Bribed with bread. Just like all my relationships. Good as her word, I'm not gonna shove some half-eaten bread under my face. Under my... like in my neck? That's weird. Okay, she's just a chubby chaser. That's fine. I mean, whatever you're into, my girl.
No, I wasn't gonna eat it.
I take the bread scrapes from Machina and tear off some small pieces and throw them into the pond. The fish of the surface struggle like a pack of piranha for the food, messily gulping it all down, almost like piranha are fish.
Nice appetite. Huh, I thought these things were carp, but now I get a closer look, they're actually goldfish.
Hey, and look, she's even got a single fang. Classic. Classic!
From a goldfish snatching game, huh?
Yeah, excellent analysis there. She snatched the goldfish from a goldfish snatching game. If these were originally goldfish from a scooping game, they're most certainly the tiny kind that sold as live food for a carnivorous vet in pet shops, but...
these things are fucking huge!
Yes, I know how feeding things work, thank you.
Fish generally keep growing as long as they're alive, so the more you feed them, the bigger they'll get. But just what have you been feeding them?
Yuji, I'm gonna give you one chance to think about what you just asked. Based on the situation, do you think you could maybe take a guess as to what she's been feeding them? Bread, perhaps? Oh, bread! That's so weird! Bread! She's been feeding them bread! How could we possibly have guessed that one?
I get it. Fish don't really have a sense of being full, and they don't feel nerve pain either, so they eat as much as you give them until their stomachs are bulging out.
Or, you know, they just eat a bunch of bread.
The number one cause of death among aquarium fish is indigestion from being overfed? Can things die from indigestion? I think that's just like, that's a different thing at that point, but whatever. Well, that's what it said in something I read once when I was a kid.
Apparently about fish eating habits.
I think it was a magazine called Monthly Junior Science. There was an article about raising fish in ozonated water when it was mentioned.
Wow, Yuji's a boring motherfucker. I mean, it doesn't sound like it, but also kind of yes.
Not just fish, it features on things like animals, which fish are also animals, I know, or space as well. My older sister was a seriously dedicated reader. I'd pick up magazines like that when she was finished, although half it went over my head because I was very short.
As I'm recalling the content of the science magazines I read back then, I suddenly remembered something.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm really boring. Hey Makina, you had some pickled squid in that pocket, didn't you? Ew, what?
I hope not. That's borderline cannibalism.
No, just take it out for now. Also, have anything we could use as string?
Are we gonna fish for them? Why would we fish for them? That doesn't make sense. Because we're gonna fish for these fish in a pond? Why? You can probably just grab them, you know, with like a net.
Oh, you'll see.
Receiving the squid from Maki, I firmly tie one end of the thread around it, then knot the other to a tree branch I picked up at random. Oh, she's smart.
Exactly, so now
I tossed the squid dangling by the thread into the pond. Around the area where I threw the squid, I can see the shape of the crawfish Makina had been poking at earlier. When I jiggle the squid in front of his face, within a matter of seconds the crawfish extends its pincers and firmly seizes the bait.
There, hooked him, see that?
Wow, look at me, I'm like a really cool guy.
It's a crawfish, not a clawfish. You got the word wrong, you stupid idiot.
As I dangle the captured crustacean in front of her eyes, Makina stares at it with an expression of immense curiosity. Yeah, sure, whatever.
There must be a lot of edible aquatic plants or something in there. Crawfish turn red when they have abundant food? Why would they do that? That seems really weird.
They turn not red. They turn blue. Look at that, fucking called it. I know.
If you take a small newborn crawfish and continually give it food like potatoes, radishes, or sardines that don't contain carotene, it'll turn blue in a month or so.
I thought carotene was spelled with a K. What the fuck do I know, right? No, I made that up.
Look, she's so angry. I read in a book when I was a kid and ended up trying it out myself. There were some that ended up with a lot of violet spots or white flecks, but I remember getting a few that turned deep blue as well.
Yuji had a lot of friends when he was younger. Cool.
Okay then, try to catch one yourself.
I pull the captured crawfish off the squid to return to the pond, then hand the fishing pole to Makina. Well, based on the fact that it took me about 30 seconds, I imagine you can figure it out. I believe in you.
Experiencing new things is always worthwhile, so you might as well start by trying to catch one yourself.
Okay, she's got this.
Don't fall into the pond, alright? Also try to get the smallest one you can.
Cool. Great, now we're fishing in a visual novel. Now I'm having fun. Taking the crude pole from me, Makina forcefully hurls the squid into the pond. Oh wow, that was... now I'm immersed. There's only one crawfish in the pond, so like...
I already told you it's crawfish, not clawfish.
Oh. Okay, I appreciate the honesty. Is that the issue here? I mean, I do remember pronouncing it snail as smail back when I was in elementary school for a while, but after my sister pointed it out to me, I stopped making that mistake.
Didn't you have someone to point out that sort of mistake for you? Your mom, for instance.
Okay, after that sick mom joke, I'm gonna draw this episode to a close, so thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Be sure to tune next week for more crawfish fishing with yours truly. I'll see you guys then.